Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out the Omen, and there are two things you may notice about this video already. One is that my voice sounds very strange. It's because I had this very big sickness over the weekend and I'm kind of still getting over it. I have a little bit of a cough still and stuff, but my voice has just changed for some reason today, so now I sound like a chain smoker or something like that. And the second thing you may notice is, why are there just random shirts on my bed? Like, why is there a random shirt on Big Baby Yoda over here? And the reason is the dryer just didn't work, so there's like 5 or 6 shirts that I have that are just soaking wet. So I just laid them on my bed. They're gonna be in the video. I'm sorry. But anyways, we're getting into the Omen, and as much as I've had some bad omens this past week in terms of my sickness and then the dryer not working and some other things, I am really excited to watch this movie. I don't really know what it's about. I'm assuming it's about this kid. There's this random kid on the poster. He's probably some form of demon possessed child or something like that, and I'm sure bad things happen, but I don't really know what to expect. I know this movie is directed by Richard Donner, and I love Richard Donner. I think he is such a good director. I've seen a few of his movies on my channel, so if you'd like to check out some of my reactions to his movies, you can check them out on my channel. But yeah, I think he's just an amazing director, and I'm excited to see what he can do with a horror movie, because I've seen him do a bunch of different styles of movies, and I haven't seen him do the horror genre, so I'm really excited to check out this movie. And I also know that this movie is a very popular movie in terms of classic horror films, so I'm excited to see why. And before we get to this reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn on the light and we decide what color it should be. Boop! Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so the lighting today, I'm gonna go red. And I'm gonna go red because the font of the title is red. I don't really have anything else to go off of because the poster is black and white. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon of uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my movies that come out 1 week early. Thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, The Omen. Let's get into it. I hope you enjoy my reaction to Richard Donner's 1976 film, The Omen. I don't like that the text is off-centered. This is already putting me off. Jerry Goldsmith did the score. Oh, baby, let's go.
He breathed for a moment. Then he breathed no more. The child is dead. Dead.
I think the child's dead.
You could adopt a child.
Oh, you don't want to adopt a child. Not in this movie. No, no, no. No, I'd be like, none, get me a different baby. That one's ugly. Get me a different one. I want none of that.
If I may suggest, it even resembles
So is he gonna fake that the baby's their own?
no relatives. None.
I loved that shot of the use of the reflections to show them talking. Was so cool. Do you think she'll ever find out that he's adopted? That he's not hers?
I'm talking about the ambassador to the court of St. James.
Well, what about him?
You're married to him?
Congratulations, sir.
To Great Britain.
Pack your things, we're moving to England, buddy.
They call his day room.
His day room.
It's nice, it's nice. I'd make that my day room. This kid acting all innocent. Is he possessed or is he a demon himself?
Upstairs.
Well, there's no furniture up there either.
Oh, okay. I know what your mind's on there, buddy.
Where is he?
He's right behind us.
No, he is not.
Damien?
He became one of the swans. He became a swan. Yeah. He's like, boo, gotcha, son. This kid already the devil. He's already the devil, little menaced child over here.
Run out of film?
Just saving a bit for his canonization.
Wait,
How's that?
I know this guy. Why does he have long hair? Weird.
Birthday smile. That's very daring. Come on, smile.
I am really scared for Holly. Hello, dog. Please do not attack. Wait, that would be so much fun as a kid.
Look at me, Damien.
Oh no!
It's all for you.
What the heck is... No! What the heck am I watching? Did Damien do this to her? Did Damien tell her? Wow, I thought the dog was going to attack her. Why are you taking... Oh my days, sir. This guy was the butler in Titanic for the rich snob, right? I swear to God, that's this guy. Damien did do it. He did do it. I don't think he's possessed. I think Damien's just a cursed child, let me tell you.
Ambassador, let's just say you owe me.
Why? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
We haven't much time. You must listen to what I have to say.
He's like, we gave you the devil by accident. We gave you a menaced child.
A matter of some urgent personal business?
You must take communion.
Wow, look at this shot. This is really good.
He'll kill again. He'll kill until everything that's yours is his.
So the son is the son of the devil.
I was at the hospital, Mr. Thorne, the night your son was born. I witnessed the birth.
Oh no, was the birth bad? Did he come out looking like a devil?
Mr. Thorne.
This is blackmail, then come out and say it. What is it that you're trying to say?
His mother was a devil.
Was it what? Was it what? Was it what?
Drink his blood.
I mean, I wouldn't believe this guy either if he came in.
Father. Thank you.
Why is this guy taking pictures of everything? There is something up with this man. I want to know. Yeah, what is that? Is that the crack on his lens? Or is that like just in the picture, you know, like a ghost apparition?
Well, now, if you let me see your boy.
She's gonna die. She's going to die.
All right, then. Mrs. Horton.
This way, Mrs. Bale.
Imagine she dies like instantly. She goes upstairs and he's like, nah, and then falls down the stairs or something.
I didn't find her. I assumed you found her.
Did the father find her? Did the father find her?
What about your first nanny? So they sent you another.
She's spouting lies.
Yes, of course.
I feel like she's sent by the father even more now because she has the white collar around her neck, and that just makes me think of a father. I like the imagery. If he is the devil's son and he's sitting next to the fire.
I am here to protect thee.
To protect?
I understand it is my wish and my husband's wish that Damien accompanies us to church.
Yeah, but if he's the devil, he won't want to go to church. So what is she, like the devil's maiden or something like that?
Robert?
Something wrong?
He seems... I don't know, he just seems...
Throw him in the church. Throw him in the church. Get rid of this child. Kid's going psycho mode. Honestly though, that was me when my parents would drag me to church as a kid.
Sure that you don't?
No, no, no. It stopped them from dragging me, that's for sure.
Look, he's a perfectly healthy boy. I mean, we have nothing to worry about with him.
Well, I think you're wrong.
Yes.
I'm leaving now, Mom. Is there anything else you wanted? Nothing, thank you.
This maiden is dying. This maid is dying. Someone has to die soon. Oh, what the heck? Is that like a hellhound sort of deal?
As a watchdog, I mean. I think you'll be grateful on your long trips away, sir.
Don't need a dog. Tomorrow morning you'll call the RSPCA. Tell them to collect the dog.
To your right. When driving through animal compounds, please keep...
Kind of interesting how we haven't really focused on Damien. We haven't really heard him speak or anything. The music has changed into a choir and now I'm a little nervous. Oh, they're running away from him. What? What? This guy again.
Keep all car windows closed. Baboons
I dare you to open a window. I dare you. This seems like a very dangerous safari, I won't lie. It's because the kid looks at them so intensely, you know? They're not scared because he's the son of the devil. They're scared because they can't compete with that stare. Thank you, I was gonna say, just drive.
People, aren't we?
There is something wrong, isn't there?
Yeah, you must know it by now.
What kind?
Oh, if I told you, you'd put me away.
Kathy.
No, I wouldn't. No, not at all.
Get outside! Get outside! Heel!
This guy again.
Get in there, you fools!
See, he never takes pictures. He never takes pictures of the important events. He's taking pictures of the people in the crowd.
To Bishop's Park. 5 minutes and you'll never see me again. Your wife is in danger. She'll die unless you...
The wife is gonna die soon?
Father?
It's the same line. It's the same line, but it's bigger this time. It's not just a crack in the lens. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. Man is literally a statue, a mannequin.
Armies on either shore, turning man against his brother, till man exists.
No more. Nice.
I vow the child must die.
Look here.
He who will not be saved by the lamb will be torn by the beast.
Will you stop? My wife is in danger.
She is pregnant.
Oh, she is?
And when he is certain to inherit all that is yours, then, Mr. Thorne...
I'll kill you.
5 minutes. And you've got 5 minutes.
Go to the city of Megiddo.
I don't know. I wouldn't have enough evidence yet that my son is the son of Satan. Like, yes, some weird things have happened recently with him. But still, maybe it's just coincidences. I don't know. Is this guy gonna die? This is a really cool shot, by the way. Oh, oh. Jerry Goldsmith going ham with the score. I love it. Oh my god. Oh no, he needs to get in. Get into the sanctuary of the church. Oh god. You're gonna get spiked! Oh! My man had so much time to move, but instead he just stood there and screamed. It's like he wanted to die. At least he died coolly. Oh, that was so intense. It was the music and the sound design. My headphones are really loud right now, and so it was so cool. I was so engrossed in the sequence because of it.
Yes, Mom.
Look at that painting in the background. That is a really creepy painting. Why would you ever want that in a living space?
I don't ever want to have any more children.
But I'm pregnant.
Then you'll agree to an abortion.
Yeah, there you go.
Something about the newspapers.
Oh.
Is alien that your child is evil.
Well, he is evil.
She thinks that the child is evil?
You don't think that by now? I think that by now. I knew it from the beginning because it's a horror movie, but still. She's like, yes, son of the devil, yes. Spin in circles on your tricycle, yes. No, the fish are gonna fall. That it's going to annoy the mother so much. Oh my days, watch out! Not the fish! Did she die? god, there's blood. I think she died. You gotta cast this kid into the lava now at this point. Cast him into the fire! That's what you gotta do.
Hey, sir, could you furnish us with a statement, sir? Is there any news, sir?
Oh, she's not dead. She's not dead.
Dead. But she's pregnant.
Well, not anymore, probably.
Don't let him kill me.
She knows, basically. Yeah, I mean, obviously not. Get rid of this woman. Chuck your kid out the window and get rid of this woman.
No, it's not about the camera. It's about you, Mr. Thorne.
So the pole that the priest died on, was that the line in the pictures?
No, sorry.
Well, at first I thought this was just a fault in the film.
Oh my days. The pictures can predict how they're gonna die.
With the rugby match.
Same thing.
Only it's more pronounced this time and it's actually making contact with the body.
So you can see, like, it gets bigger and more clear up until the point of death, probably.
His right thigh.
What is it?
3 6s.
3 6s, 666. That is not a good sign.
He even needed to be close to his church.
He knew something was coming for him.
It says that he was supposed to have met you in Bishop's Park. And that was dated to the day he died.
Yeah, he did meet you.
Phenomenon. Comet changed its shape into a glowing star like the Star of Bethlehem.
Oh, like the guy said, like the guy was talking about on the bench.
6th of June, to be exact. Does that...
6th of June, 6 a.m., that's when he got his baby.
6th day.
Oh my god, 6th hour? 6 a.m. It was 6 a.m.
No. It's my problem.
No, you need help.
No, sir, you're wrong. It's my problem, too.
Why, do you have the birthmark?
When I came here with the police, I took some photographs.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. He has a line. He's gonna get beheaded, son.
Leave any explanation?
No, but don't worry, sir. I can manage.
She's infiltrating everything.
Apparently there was a terrible fire and the old hospital burned down.
Was it on the same day? Is it June 6th?
5 years ago.
Yeah, there you go, baby.
A child here. I'm searching for some records
There
of it.
were no adoptions here.
There was one.
There was one secret adoption.
Frosinone.
Sì, il monastero di San Domenico.
Mille grazie, signora.
Prego.
Well, those are kind of cool elevators.
Scholars think that that could well mean the formation of the common market, the Treaty of Rome.
Bit of a stretch.
Okay, interesting. I was wondering what the Roman one would be.
So the devil's child will rise from the world of politics.
Oh, interesting. Wait, no, he's gonna get beheaded. I swear he's gonna get beheaded in this sequence. I am expecting him to die sooner rather than later. I'm expecting it to be almost unexpected. Oh no, there's a monastery. Never mind, I don't think he'll die. Ah, he's not looking too good.
There is some movement in his left hand. He was able to write it down.
Oh, use that, use that, use that.
Answer me! Answer!
He answered with the bell chimes. Give him something to write on.
Cerveteri. It is an old cemetery from Etruscan times.
That's where the mother must be. They've made it to the cemetery. Are they gonna find the mom then? Or what if that woman who's the maid is the mom? Oh, that would be a plot. Every time I see this man with the photographer, I think he's gonna get beheaded now at some random point. Who else is here? Wow, this really is abandoned. The sound design is so good. Just the slow rustling of the wind in the background. Oh, so unnerving.
Infant boy. Same date. Mucho. Later.
See, in this wide camera, it looks like people or something is watching them.
In birth and death, the generations.
Ah, something is watching them. Sounds like a dog. Sounds like a dog. Oh, what the heck? Was he born from a dog?
Is alive somewhere.
It's gonna be a human body, isn't it? Oh, it's a little baby human. Oh, there's a hole in the skull. Yeah, there's a hole in the skull. Whoa, some good dual focus shots at the dogs and the humans. You guys are kind of surrounded at the moment. Oh! Oh, he got bit in the neck. How are they even going to survive this? Oh! Ow! This guy ain't surviving. This is the photographer's death. He's gonna get impaled on one of these spikes. Oh, maybe not. This is so intense. The music is so intense right now. Oh my god, I can't believe they made it out alive. Jesus Christ, the sound and the music is so good in this movie. I was sweating.
I want you to leave London right now.
Yeah, do it.
What do you mean, leave?
She can't really do that though. She's kind of broken at the moment.
It's all right. I'll try to be ready by the time he gets here.
All right, darling.
I don't think Kathy's making it out of here alive. Not creepy at all.
Is that you?
Oh, jeez. The music again, epic. Oh, he got pushed. Oh, sayonara, lady. You know what? At least she landed in the ambulance. Instant treatment. Wow. That was so good. Jerry Goldsmith is really giving it his all for this movie.
And I remember the poem. When the Jews return to Zion, he rises, creating armies on either shore. Man exists no more.
Like slow zoom in to the close-up.
Kathy is dead. I want Damien to die too.
Yeah, fair enough, honestly. He is the devil's son.
Place where Christianity began.
Interesting, for real.
You will excuse us. This is for Mr. Thorne alone.
No, I don't want this guy by himself. When he's by himself, he's at most risk of dying. No, don't cut to him. Oh, man. I think he's dying now. I said that every scene he's in. I think he's dying now for 100% though.
A church.
Are they crucifying him?
He doesn't have it. He must have it.
Imagine if the kid is just a normal child. Can you imagine? And all this stuff is actually just coincidences.
State of hell. She will die before permitting this.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to kill her too.
It's not a child. How can he know that? Maybe he's
Yeah,
wrong.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's insane.
This guy, I like this guy. I like that he's not just going along with everything. He's actually questioning everything.
Well, if you don't do it...
Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna get beheaded. He's in a construction zone without a helmet. This is like Final Destination almost. Oh, get absolutely tossed, son. That was so much more epic than I thought it was going to be too. This movie actually has like Final Destination moments where it's almost like death is chasing after them and there's like a little bit of an elaborate method to the deaths. It's so fun. Dog. Kick the dog. I don't condone kicking dogs. This ain't no dog. Ah, I don't like this. Stupid silence. Bring the soundtrack back. Ah! The shadow. Nice, nice. Trap the dog. Let's go. What are you gonna do now, punk dog? What are you gonna do now, punk? Man, this is not a time for you to be remembering your dead wife. You need to be killing your child. There's another mini boss before you get to the final boss. There's the maid lady. I'm watching the background. I'm watching her room. Okay, but did that lock? Did you lock the door or did you just close the door? Because that's not going to do anything if you just close the door. Oh no, this kid's going to start jumping. He's a deep sleeper though. How is he not feeling? Oh, I see it. I see it. It's there, it's there. Stab the child. Oh. See, I told you should have to lock the door. It does nothing if you just leave the door open. The kid's gonna come in. Oh, I thought he was gonna come in with a double team, but he's just hiding behind a chair like a wimp. You need to get rid of the woman first, dude. Literally whack her in the head. Nice. Whoa. I love the whispers. Oh, it's so creepy. No, again. Oh, there's stuff on the ground. Stab her with one of the things. Oh no, she's gonna stab you with one of the things. I hope you feel butter. Boom, stab her with a butter knife. Oh, nice. There's no way she recovers from this. Oh, what a nice shot.
Panda 4 in pursuit White Estate Park, North Seven Hills Road.
He's going.
Incident.
The movie's gonna end in a bad way. He's going to get arrested. He's going to go to jail. The kid is going to live. That is how the movie is going to end. With the police chasing him, that's how I think the movie is going to end. I'm gonna be so mad if he doesn't get to stab this demon child. Oh my days. Is he gonna do it?
Please, Daddy, no.
I'm not your dad.
Stop! Stop or I'll fire!
Oh my god, he's gonna stop. No! Stab him before the bullet hits. Oh my god, he died. And the kid is alive. There are two graves. Is one of them the wife and one of them the husband? Is one of them the kid and one of them the dad? I don't know, man. No! No, the president adopted the child. Oh my days. His rise to power is almost complete. And that was my reaction to The Omen, the 1976 horror mystery starring Gregory, Peck, Lee Remick, Harvey Spencer, and David Warner. I really enjoyed that movie. I didn't find it that scary, but I still found so much suspense and tension within this film. As well as I thought the score was fantastic, the directing was incredible by Richard Donner. There was a lot of stuff to like about this film. I think one of the reasons why I maybe didn't connect with this movie, or I didn't feel like while I was watching it, even though I was really enjoying the movie, I didn't feel like I was connecting to the movie as much as a lot of other audiences, because the reviews for this movie are really, really good. And so I was kind of the whole time I was wondering like, am I just missing something? But I think the reason is I'm just never the biggest fan of movies like this, you know, religious movies, exorcism movies, movies about the devil. Like those types of movies, they just don't grab my attention as much as a lot of other horror movies. I don't know, there's just something about them. I can never quite get myself invested in them. And I think it's just because it's a type of genre within the genre, like the religious exorcism devil horror, that it's just not like my thing. But out of all of the religious exorcism devil horror movies, this is definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite one. I really, really did enjoy this, and I thought there were some really great technical aspects of this movie, as well as just some really fun moments in this movie as well. When I was watching this movie, it kind of reminded me of Final Destination a little bit, even though I know this movie came out way before Final Destination, so Final Destination should remind me of this movie, but I watched Final Destination first, so this movie reminds me of Final Destination, which, by the way, I just watched Final Destination on the channel, so you should go check it out if you want to watch that. But yeah, I thought it kind of felt like Final Destination at times, because some of the deaths in this movie were very elaborate, and it almost felt like there was a death. I mean, there was the son of the devil, right, trying to like kill people, but it almost felt like there was like a death lurking in the shadows, always going after these people, and he wouldn't stop until these people are dead. You know, you had like the lightning strikes going everywhere, and then finally the pole hitting them. You had the truck, the brake getting lifted off, yeah, and then the truck sliding down, and the pane of glass chopping someone's head off. You know, like, they're not nearly as elaborate as a lot of the Final Destination deaths, but they are still elaborate, and they're still kind of fun, and so it just kind of gave me Final Destination vibes in that regard. Okay, so let me get into the reviews of this movie, then I'm going to talk about the amazing score by Jerry Goldsmith, like absolutely banging fantastic score by Jerry Goldsmith. Then I'm going to talk about the camera work by Richard Donner, which I thought was fantastic, and then just some things that I enjoyed about this movie, because there was nothing that I inherently disliked about the movie. It's just that because this is sort of like one of those son of the devil exorcism Christianity films, it's just not the type of horror that I'm most easily invested in. Okay, so the reviews of this movie are really good. 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb and 84% on Rotten Tomatoes, which are both amazing reviews for a horror movie, for any movie. These are both amazing reviews, and it's really nice to see that people like this movie and appreciate this movie. You can tell there was a lot of work that went into this film. I also only heard vague snippets of this when I was just like looking up something. I was looking up the Omen 2 and the Omen 3 because I wanted to see if they were like a connected trilogy or not. And I heard that while I was reading that this movie had a lot of troubled production issues. I don't know exactly what happened, but I heard that this movie was cursed while it was being filmed. So if you guys know, I would love to hear what happened during this movie. But that aside, I really am glad that people appreciate this movie, because again, there's so much to like in this movie. The score, the camera work, the acting, the plot in this movie, the characters in this movie, they were all really good. The ending of this movie was fantastic, actually, like a really, really good ending. Even though I predicted it a little bit before it happened, it wasn't far enough away from the ending where I was like sitting there going, okay, I know how it's going to end. It only occurred to me when the police were chasing them. I was like, okay, the police are chasing them. This is going to look really, really bad. I don't think there's a lot of time left for him to like stab this kid a bunch of times, which, by the way, would they even be allowed to show a kid just getting stabbed like that on screen back in 1970s? I don't know. So yeah, I'm really glad that people appreciate this movie. I would probably be more on the audience side of a 7.5, maybe even a little bit lower, like a 7.2, 7.3-ish for me, but I think 7.5 and 84% are still very fair assessments of this film. So Jerry Goldsmith, you did an incredible job with the score. Oh my god, it was so haunting and so epic and so, I don't know, it was mysterious and suspenseful and very loud at times, but very quiet at other times. One of my favorite moments with the soundtrack was just when there was silence, when our main character, Robert, he enters the house at the final moments of the movie, final like 5-10 minutes of the movie. He enters the house to go and kidnap his son, or I guess the son of the devil, and take him to the church, right? He enters the house, complete silence, and then the dog appears, and slowly as the dog appears, this like like these little like whispers and voices start to surround your head, or at least in the headphones, they start to surround your head, and they get a little bit louder and a little bit louder and a little bit louder, and it's so terrifying, but it was so good. And then it just stops. There's a moment where something happens and the music and that little cackling stuff just stops, and then it kind of resurfaces again, and it was so good. It was so, I was gonna say powerful, I guess it was so powerful to add so much suspense and so much tension to that moment. Another one of the big moments was when the dogs were attacking our two characters, and they were on the fence, and the guy Robert had his arm stabbed through the fence, which, by the way, oh, that's a pretty gruesome injury. But the music then and the sound design then, having the constant dog barks in the background just going off, it was almost like an annoying car alarm. It's grating, it's irritating, it's so almost traumatic to listen to. And then you have this really loud and powerful score that's going off in the background. You have this choir that's singing their hearts out, and it was just so good. I love the choir aspect of the score as well, not only because it definitely relates to church and, you know, Christianity and stuff like that with their choirs and stuff like that, but because it just felt so epic, and Jerry Goldsmith did such a great job. Richard Donner as well, I mean, he's a fantastic director. I've seen a few of his movies now on the channel. I mean, the Lethal Weapon movies are great. I've seen the Superman films as well. He did the first Superman film and then some of the second Superman film, but I watched the Richard Donner cut as well on the channel. But anyways, he did such a good job. We all know he's a great director, but again and again, he proves himself with every movie that he's made that I've seen so far. He proves himself to be a fantastic director. In this one as well, there was just some really amazing, fluid camera work. The camera was never really static. It was always moving. If characters were walking in the scene, it would be moving behind them, and then it would maybe turn around to face another character, or to turn around to face a character, and then the character who was following walking would walk into frame. It would, like, the character would go out of frame, the camera would turn to another character, and that character would go into frame. You know, very fluid, very dynamic camera work that adds a lot to a sequence to make it not boring, to make it very engaging. When they were in the cemetery and the dogs were about to attack, and the camera was in these wide shot, and at first the camera's in these wide shots, and you're like, it kind of feels like something is out there, you know, it kind of feels like something is watching them. And then as the scene progresses, the cameras start to move a little bit, and at first I was thinking, oh, it's just because it's a handheld camera, you know, but it still made me think maybe something is watching them. And then the camera moves a little bit more, and you're like, no, something is watching them. And so just the way that the camera is used in that scenario to kind of build up the tension, to make the audience guess, is someone watching them? Maybe something is watching them. Oh, someone is watching them. Like the 3 steps, because of the camera being far away and still, far away and a little handheldy, far away and actually moving closer, you know. And it was just really good, very creative. Another one of my favorite shots was when Robert was saying the poem at the end of, I forget what the Bible passage was, but that poem, you know, the poem in the movie, and the camera just slowly pans into his face, slowly zooms into his face, and it's just so dramatic, and it's so good. And this movie the camera work in this movie is just very engaging. It could have been very static, and we still would have had a very decent movie, because the plot of this movie was really fun. But the camera work being as good as it is, and the score being as good as it is, are, I think, the 2 things that really elevate this movie from being like a pretty good horror movie to definitely probably one of the classics of the horror genre, especially from the 1970s. Also, apologies for my voice. I've been talking for 10 minutes now, and it just sounds so weird. I don't know how it sounds on camera at all, or through my mic, but it just, to my ears, my voice sounds so weird. I literally sound like I've just smoked 500 packets of cigarettes or something like that. I don't know what's happening here, but it's kind of putting me off a little bit, my voice. Some other things that I really liked were Robert. I really liked Robert as a character. I thought Gregory Peck did a fantastic job as Robert, but I really liked him as a character because it took him a really long time to believe what was happening. And even when he thought he knew for sure, he still had some doubt. And I really liked that because it made everything a lot more believable. I like that he didn't just believe that father right away. I like that he didn't even really believe the father when the father, and then the father died. You know that scene where they're on the bench together and they're forgetting, and how his son is the son of the devil, and how his wife's gonna die. I like that Robert still didn't really believe him because there wasn't that much evidence to support those claims. Even though there were things that were happening, you could just chalk them down to coincidences. You could chalk them down to bad luck. You couldn't chalk them down to your son being the son of the devil. You know what I mean? Like, that's just way too much. That's just way too out there, you know what I mean, as just a suggestion. So I really like that it took Robert almost the entire movie to believe that his son was the devil. Like, even when he was like 99% sure that his son was the devil and he had the knives in his hand, he was still reluctant to stab him because what if he was wrong? And I really like that moment because it really humanized Robert. It really humanized the situation. Even though Robert was very human the entire movie, it very much humanized the situation and put it into the context of like this potentially could be wrong. We don't know for sure. And I really liked that. And then obviously Robert goes and checks the head and stuff. And I like that he pushed on because he thought he knew. But I like that he had that reservation for a second where he was like, took a step back and he's like, wait, but what if we are wrong? Like, I've been slowly believing this the entire movie, but like, this is very far. Like, this is a very extreme measure. How do I feel about this? And I like that the movie took time to let the character assess the situation like that, and then come to terms with his assessment himself by checking the hair. I really, really enjoyed that. I really thought it was a really cool way to make this character, and it was a really fun way to engage, because for this movie, for The Omen, we all knew that the son was going to be the son of the devil. Like, obviously, it's a horror movie. It's called The Omen. From the minute the son is considered is a menace to society, we're like, that son is evil in some way, he's gotta perish, you know what I mean? And so it was interesting watching a character who didn't believe it a lot, or was slowly, very, very slowly believing, when as an audience member, you know basically from the start that the son is evil. So it was just a very interesting way to make the movie, and I thought it was very effective and very engaging. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to talk about anyone else in the cast. I thought Remick as Catherine did a really good job as well. Her death was pretty fun, I won't lie. It was kind of scary actually. That woman, what's her name, Billie Whitelaw, she was kind of scary when she pushed Catherine off the edge. That was, ooh, you know, it was a little strange, but I thought Catherine did a really good job as the wife, even though she wasn't in it like a whole lot. Obviously Robert being the main character, he was in it the most. I thought David Warner as Keith Jennings was really fun as well. The photography stuff was really fun in this movie. It was a really cool little aspect. That sort of reminded me of Final Destination as well a little bit, with the pictures kind of showing death and how they may die in the future. I thought that was really cool. And then Harvey Spencer as Damien, I mean, I don't really have anything to say about him because he's not in the movie that much, to be honest with you. Like, his presence is definitely felt in the movie, which is something that I think the movie also does a really good job about, because Damien is barely in the movie. He barely has any lines in the movie. He's always just kind of doing their things, just standing there, always reacting to the situation and stuff like that. He's not in the movie a lot. He's almost barely a character, you know. His characterization is that he's evil, he is the son of the devil, but he's also these guys' son. But the movie really makes you feel Damien's presence. Like, the whole movie, I could feel like it was like Damien was like looking over my shoulder. So I thought the movie did a really good job with it. And so anyways, that is my reaction and review to The Omen, the 1976 horror mystery film. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, I won't be watching any of the other Omens. I don't know how good they're supposed to be. They're not directed by Richard Donner. I don't know if they're even like connected. I'm sure that the Omen 1, 2, and 3 are connected, but like, how much are they connected? How necessary are they for me to watch? I'm not really sure. And I have other Halloween movies to watch for this spooky season. If Omen 2 is worth the watch, maybe I'll check it out next Halloween. But for now, I'll leave it at just The Omen. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.